All right, we are live yet again. I am back. I did my Ariel video last night. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Took me like 4 hours to do it. It was horrible. But I had to comb through and pull out the most important pieces. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video because I'd spent entirely too much, like 3/4 of the way through. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Because I can't do a half-ass job. I just can't do a half-ass job. So if you guys watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. It looks like it's doing all right in terms of views. Nothing crazy, but it's doing pretty good. But yeah, we can talk about whatever you guys want. We can talk about Chael Sonnen being a UFC shill and Grifter, which I may make another video about him next week if I have time. I don't know. It's UFC 295. But we'll see. We'll see about that. But whatever you guys want to talk about. UFC 295, Chael Sonnen being a Grifter. The UFC lawsuit, which is apparently going to happen April of next year, is finally given the go-ahead after like 10 years. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I want to get to 15K ASAP, which we're about to hit 13. So I can live with that. I can live with that. I enjoyed the video. Thank you, Niles. What's up, Fries? Pretty detailed video. Thank you, AA. Creed coming to Phoenix, September 2024. The antitrust lawsuit from the UFC against the UFC is the UFC's basically been stalling it out in court for the last 10 years, and it has now officially been given the go-ahead for a date of, I think it's April 8th, which is very interesting. Very interesting. What's up, Snag? What's up, Giants fan? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I got to hit the Creed tour. I got to hit the Creed tour, guys. I have to go see Creed live. We brought him back from the dead. So, I got to go see him live now. I want to hear more about the lawsuit. Someone mentioned it earlier this week, but not much. Yeah, I might try to do a video on it. It's just I haven't done enough research on it. And I don't fully comprehend everything. You know, I'm not some antitrust law expert. But essentially, fighters are suing the UFC because of their restrictive contracts. And if you're a fighter between a certain date, essentially they can be awarded damages. So, yeah. But I'll see about doing something on it soon. I don't know. I gotta talk to some people who know more about it than I do. I know you don't like to interview fighters, but important to interview John Fitch because he's one of the main guys behind it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm trying to hit the Creed tour. My friends want to go to Sacramento date. Dude, Creed is being brought back to life. Ariel getting under Chael's skin was hilarious. To be honest, I think it's just embarrassing. I think Chael Sonnen's completely brain dead. He's a straight up grifter. He's delusional. He has CTE. He's a con man. He's a fraud. He's a UFC shill. He's a Dana White dick sucker. And, I thought it was funny that he was clearly getting annoyed. And every time he would get called out on a point, he would try to deflect. Like, Ariel would be like, okay, well, he's going to get a big fight in his next fight, blah, blah, blah. He's like, three fight contract with any promoter. It's just, his points were completely, it was a disastrous interview for Chael Sonnen. Disastrous interview. So, Sacktown, anyone ever mention you look like a bit like Johnny Hendricks? Stop, dude. Don't say that. I think the whole thing was a work for him and Ariel to get views. Could very well be. But it wouldn't shock me if Ariel actually believes what he said. Wouldn't shock me. So, I think the whole thing was a work for him. Okay, Sandberg, Danino, Joe, you think Chael and Ariel are so cool? Yeah, I'm sure they're fine. You always mention that Abus got Strickland down immediately, but never bring up that he got up quick and easily. Okay. Your point is? Go watch my post-fight from 3 months ago, you dumbass. What's up? Majan MMA. Well, I like the Chael video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was long as hell. And, yeah, it was pretty daunting to do that video because I wanted to include everything that I could possibly include. The ending of the argument was insane. Chael was mad when he got called out about lying and saying he was there. he was really pissed off about that. And I don't think he was pissed off where he was like legit like fuming angry, but he was actually really annoyed by that, and that's why he just screamed the last words and said, "Let me get out of here." So, Kay, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate the super sticker. The amount of times Chael paused was hilarious because he was thinking of his next bullshit. He was thinking, did you like, JJ, did you like how I said, Lene? I said, and the way he fucked up with the Islam Makhachev Volkanovski stuff, and then Ariel called him out on it. He's like, and that's the problem. Nobody knew. He was going to say, see, the UFC did it on at nighttime. They did it at nighttime. They know what they're doing. So, are you a share dogger? No. And I know John Finch personally, he had come on and speak about the issue if you want to interview him. What do you mean you know him personally? Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. I haven't really been too much into the interview game. You know what I mean? But maybe I would. It's hard to win an argument when all you know how to do is lie. Dude, Chael's an embarrassment. He really is. Kay, thank you for the $2.99 super sticker. I appreciate your support, my friend. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. Chael's the type of dude to take a dump and then lie about taking a dump. He's the type of dude to fart and then blame it on somebody else. Both guys are terrible in my opinion. Yeah, dude, I don't care about what guy I like or don't like. It's just a matter of what transpired. Chael got literally embarrassed. It was a disastrous interview for Chael. Anyone with half a brain knows that Chael got demolished. So, and the thing is, when you can't attack an argument based on substance and facts, what you do is you resort to name calling and threats, and that's exactly what Chael did. So, was referring to your last stream and the arguments you made, bro, is heated. I'm not heated at all. Have you seen Dana's Not Mad video from Chael? No, I don't watch Chael. I flat out don't look at Chael. I don't care about what Chael has to say for the most part. But I might make one more video about Chael just because I want to call him out for being like the worst grifter in the MMA community, basically. You know, and some people don't know that. So, Chael the type of dude to fart in an elevator and blame a female war veteran? Sounds about right. Oh, Chael, in another life, Chael would be one of those call center scammers. Why does anyone listen to Chael? He's been terrible for a long time. Dude, you're speaking to the choir here. You're preaching to the choir. I've said that since the second I started my channel. Chael's one of the worst people in the MMA community. He's desperately clinging on to relevance. That's the honest truth of it, and he's collecting a paycheck from the UFC. Anyone saying Chael Wright was crazy? Can't believe people were saying Chael was right. Yeah, anyone that is saying Chael Sonnen was accurate or right in any capacity is just a Francis Ngannou hater and a UFC sycophant and a Dana White nutsucker, essentially. You know, it's embarrassing. I told you guys, go all the way back. Go all the way back. Do you guys, I hate to keep using this expression because I'm not a big fan of just using expressions over and over and over again. Do you guys remember me adamantly talking about it in multiple videos and multiple streams? No matter what Francis Ngannou does, the goalpost will always be moved. That's it. That's it. The goalpost will always be moved. And I told you guys that for a long time. It doesn't matter what he does. He can win every boxing fight he makes from here on out. He could make $500 million. He could knock out everyone in boxing and then come back to the UFC and get a $100 million purse, brutally KO John Jones, fuck Dana White's wife, beat Dana in poker, and then buy the UFC. And people would still say, I really don't think Francis, I don't really think Francis made the right call here. And it's all just to push the UFC's narrative. That's it. It's an embarrassment. Joe, your streams never show up in my feed anymore. Well, make sure you start clicking on the videos and liking the videos, and that's the YouTube algorithm at work. That's the YouTube algorithm at work. Chael was a politician, for God's sake. A horrible one. In 2011, when Dana used to say Anderson's the best fighter in history, in the same year he earned $450,000. He was no number 6. He was no 16 on the highest earning fighters in UFC that year. That's crazy. Chael on the UFC payroll for 100%. At this point, you can make an expose on Chael with hundreds of examples. Yeah, it's not even worth it because he's so fucking stupid. Chael also left because the UFC did the Reebok deal. Chael left because he was not going to be able to compete without PEDs. So the UFC did a favor and cut him. That's the truth behind the scenario. So Chael, okay. He joined Bellator because they had old fighters. Okay. Guru said he fumbled the bag but caught it last second. That's delusional. There was at no point in time was there ever any evidence that Francis Ngannou made some catastrophic mistake ever. There was no evidence to support that ever. It was always just jumping to conclusions for no reason. So, but for some reason, people want to act like, as Chael Sonnen said, Francis just hit the lottery. You know, he could have never done this. This was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. He just got so lucky. Yeah, God forbid someone be wrong, you know. But there's a lot of people saying that. That's kind of the new goalpost that has been moved. It's like, well, he pulled it off, but it was super unlikely. You know, I was right all along. He just pulled off the impossible. That's essentially what happened. That's the new kind of, you know, excuse. And then it's like, you notice Chael, no matter what he did, what you have to realize is Francis Ngannou cucked so many pundits, okay? All the people that shit on Francis Ngannou for the last year, what they were waiting on is they were waiting on Francis to lose to Tyson Fury so then they could point and laugh. And they could be like, ha, 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 he got KO'd, he's irrelevant, his career's over, which wouldn't have been true at all. It would have been very far from the truth, but they would have used that loss to build their next narrative, okay? They were waiting. I told you, like that meme with the guy behind the tree rubbing his hands. They were waiting for his failure. And then they were going to point and laugh and say, see, I told you. And then when Francis went out there and he put on a performance, they were like, oh, shit. Oh, shit, what am I going to do now? That's essentially what happened. Because they were like, oh, well, now we got to find something else. Oh, well, it didn't do good business. It was highly unlikely. It's never going to happen again. There's 3-fight contract, PFL deal, blah, 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 irrelevancy. That is the God-honest truth. I'm telling you right now, the Francis Ngannou haters were just waiting. They were like, oh, when he gets finished by Tyson Fury, I'm going to get in his ass, and I was right the whole time, and what an embarrassment. So, that's the way it was. Christoph Tam, thank you for the 10. I think that's euros. Thank you for the 10 euros. I watched the Chael Ariel thing. I was laughing so hard when Chael talked about pay-per-view being on 2 p.m. and Ariel knew he messed up. Dude, did he not embarrass himself? The response when Ariel said, yeah, that was on 2 p.m. in the afternoon too. He said, that's the problem and nobody knew. Like, what was the point you were trying to make then, bitch? Because he was trying to praise the UFC there. He was trying to dick suck the UFC there. That's what he was trying to do there. And he was dead wrong because he doesn't know shit. Chael doesn't know shit. He thinks he knows everything, but he genuinely doesn't know shit. But thank you, Christoph. I think I'm saying your name right. I don't know if it's supposed to be Christopher and there's no R on the end. But thank you for the 10 euros. I appreciate it. I think it's euros. No, that's not 40 cents. It's yellow. If it's yellow, that means it's like $10 or something. It's probably close. It's actually probably more than $10, to be quite honest. When did that interview happen? What, the Chael Ariel interview? That was yesterday. So, that was yesterday. Joey, I'm so glad you're live. Yes, I am. Randy said in an interview that he thought Dana had something to do with the PFL fighters popping in Vegas. Said in a statement that they probably won't come back to Vegas, was telling. Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't know that. I have no idea. Chael tapping to Tito was amazing. Dude, don't even remind me. Chael's a legit an embarrassment to the sport. The only reason... He's literally very forgettable. Chael Sonnen is less memorable than Dominic Reyes. The only reason Chael is even remembered at all is because he had a close fight with Anderson. Well, he had a dominant win over Anderson Silva and then got choked out in the 5th round. That is the only reason. So, that is the only reason people remember him for getting triangle choked. Anyone know what supposedly happened between Chael and Francis? I doubt anything happened. Chael probably made that up, to be honest. Chael was so angry in that video. Don't understand why he's so bitter and angry. Because he doesn't want Francis Ngannou to set the precedent. That is it. That is it. He doesn't want Francis Ngannou to set the precedent of the UFC roster. I would love to know it. I keep hearing people say, this is a narrative that's been going around the MMA community. Ariel Helwani's trying to force fighters to pursue boxing and to stick it to the UFC. Does Ariel have control over the entire UFC roster? Do they listen to his every word? And if he did, and he convinced them all to go try boxing and they were unsuccessful, how does that hurt the UFC in any capacity? Please let me know. The only time fighters leaving the UFC to go to boxing hurts the UFC is when they're successful in boxing because the paydays are bigger there, so therefore they're going to box instead of fighting MMA. I'd love to know. I hunk, it's fake. They planned it for views. I mean, Chael probably did it for clout, but he believes what he's saying. So, Ariel's only excited because he loves to watch Dana and the UFC lose. Yeah, but if he rooted for Francis Ngannou, if he rooted for another man's success, what's wrong with being excited over it? I'm excited over it. Do you people remember that Chael's testosterone levels when he fought Anderson the first time? Yeah. Chael, if he would have won the fight, it would have got turned to a no contest. Chael was juiced to the gills for that fight. Fair enough, Anderson probably was too. But yeah, Chael was a habitual cheater. Chael has no good wins on his entire UFC resume. And Chael's a compulsive liar and a UFC shill with a literal mediocre career. And it's an embarrassment. Christoph, thank you for the 10 euros. You said the name right. But the thing with the pay-per-view being at 2 p.m., Chael forgot the UFC pay-per-view in Abu Dhabi is at 2 p.m. and WWE does 2 pay-per-views in Saudi a year. Yeah, he was going to say that they did it at night. That was his point. He would say, look at the UFC. They know what they're doing. They do it at night. That was his point. But Chael was like, yeah, and that happened at 2 p.m. as well, which is hilarious. And he was like, yeah, and that's the problem. Nobody knew. Like, he knew he was busted right then and there. That's probably the funniest moment of the entire interview, when Ariel called him out on Islam versus Volk. So it was hilarious. But thank you for the 10 euros, Christoph Tam. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. It was like 17-1. It was crazy, I remember. It was crazy, I remember. Ben Askren was 0-3 in the UFC. Important to mention this. Okay. Very important. So, guys, do me a favor. Like the chat. Like the stream. Like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Run up the likes. I still remember the vibe that Chael and Ariel are like frenemies. Chael will do anything it takes to get a little bit of clout. I'll tell you that much. I've told you, I said this in my video. If you watch my video in its entirety, people love to attack Ariel because he's one of the biggest names in the entire sport. Ariel Helwani is larger than the entire roster. Let me rephrase that. I said that wrong. Ariel Helwani is larger than the majority of the UFC roster. So, people attack his name for clout. And that's what Chael does. Because Ariel's bigger than... Or Ariel is bigger than Chael. 100%. So, yeah, that's what he wanted to do. Chael is a wordsmith. He perfectly the art of talking in cycles. He literally talks in circles and literally doesn't say anything. Literally talks in circles, does not say a damn thing ever. Christoph becoming a legend. Yeah, somebody needs to compete with Christoph. Who's gonna one up him in the chat? Chael Sonnen versus Ariel Helwani and Baron. No. Do you think Francis fights in MMA ever again? Yes. Are you saying as far as being known? Agreed. Yes. 100%. August 15, 2020, Sean O'Malley was stretchered out of the cage with no serious injuries whatsoever. 100%. I bet Jamal wants to fight Chael now for taking some of that aerial clout. He probably does. Or he wants to circle jerk with him. I'm telling you right now, there's reasons to dislike Ariel. You can go back and you can watch my videos and watch my streams. I'm not the biggest fan of Ariel Helwani at all. But people shit on Ariel Helwani because of his name value. That's what they do. So it's actually, and just because he dislikes the UFC doesn't mean none of what he says is even remotely credible. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is credible. It just doesn't mean you can have a bias against the UFC and still rightly critique them. I understand it takes a hit to the credibility, but people call me a UFC hater all the time. I love the UFC. Just because you criticize doesn't mean you're some person that just absolutely despises them and you can't be trusted. Snag Lord, thank you for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the dono. Christoph, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. There's a bunch of members-only streams. You get a loyalty badge next to your name. You get the emojis to use in chat. You get access to the Discord. If you need a link, let me know. And, yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Eventually, I'm going to start another tier. I've said this multiple times. It probably won't be till 2020. It'll be in 2024. And I'm going to do some member streams as well. Ariel is slimy in his approach. Dude, Ariel's the best interviewer in the entire MMA game. And the reason he's the best interviewer is because of the way he asks questions. It's not, it's not supposed to be some mundane, boring, oh, how'd you like it in Las Vegas? He's going to ask questions that are going to get under people's skin a little bit. That's what makes a good interviewer in general. Don't tell him about the cord. Why not? I don't think Ariel dislikes the UFC. What he dislikes are their business practices and the way fighters are treated. Yeah, my problem is with Ariel, and I've said this for a long time, I knew for a long time he was on the UFC payroll. And he didn't have as much of a problem with it when he was on their payroll. It was once he was wronged by them, he started to break them. He started to bring up these complaints. But before, everything was great. I wish I would have had a channel 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I would have been telling you guys for a long time, Ariel's on the UFC payroll. Ariel's on the UFC payroll. Ariel's on the UFC's payroll. And then I think what truly happened is once Ariel's parted ways with them, he was able, and because he built up his own following, and that's why Dana hates him so much, because Dana thinks we built Ariel Helwani. In Dana's mind, they built Ariel Helwani. And so now, because he's so well known in the MMA community, it doesn't matter what he says. Dana can't end him. He's independent now. And Ariel has one of the biggest voices in MMA, and he uses it to criticize the UFC at times. And Dana and a lot of the UFC sycophants don't like that. So, Ariel gets the best guest. I don't know about the best interviews. Look, I don't watch a lot of interviews, but I'm telling you right now, I've never seen an interview that's as good as Ariel's. Ariel asks the questions we want to know. So, thank you for welcoming me and for the info. I'm Cameroonian like Francis. I'm glad you found the channel, my friend. I'm glad you found the channel. And I have a whole entire Francis Ngannou playlist where I called pretty much everything outside of Francis Ngannou having a competitive fight with Tyson Fury. So if anybody ever cares to watch, I made a playlist with everything Francis Ngannou. Everything Francis Ngannou. And I'm going to leave that up forever. So, I'm the cord gatekeeper. Do you believe Ariel's story about the Brock Lesnar news? I don't remember Ariel's exact version of events, but look, here's the truth. Ariel was getting paid by the UFC, and the UFC was spoon-feeding him news. The UFC expected Ariel to listen to what they had to say. When they asked him to do something, he was supposed to do it. That doesn't mean he has to do it, but they expect him to do it because they expected, I did a favor for you, you do favors for us. Ariel found out the Brock Lesnar news on his own volition without the UFC spoon-feeding it to him, and they asked him to keep it a secret. He did not want to keep it a secret. He reported it anyway, and Dana White and the UFC was heated about it. I don't know exactly what Ariel's rendition of it. I would assume it's something along those lines, but he's not going to tell you, well, the reason they were so mad is because I was on their payroll and they were spoon-feeding me information. I'm going to make a video potentially about like Ali Abdelaziz and all the basically lapdogs of the UFC and Dana White and the way they act. But if you notice, there's always certain reporters that always break the news. There's a reason for that, boys. There's an absolute reason for that. Although I think Ariel exposed Chael a bit clear, that's why there's so many times where he's anti-UFC out of spite. Sure. Ariel claims he was not told to keep it a secret. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who told him. I don't know. I'll have to go. You'll have to send me a link to that one of these days. So, I'll let you know what I think when I see it. I don't remember. I remember listening to it at one point in time. Ariel 100% screwed the UFC and Dana on that. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? Brock shouldn't have been coming back anyway. That was a shit fight that nobody cared about. Do you think Jon Jones lost big time by re-signing with the UFC earlier this year? I don't know about lost big time, but imagine had he got out of his contract. Because he would have been coming up on his sunset clause too. Ariel reminds me of, I don't know who that is. You should definitely make that video. I will. Wouldn't be surprised if all the UFC slides paycheck under the table to Chelsea. They definitely do. They definitely do. I've said, who's been here for a long time? Fries, JJ Smoke, back me up on this. How long have I been saying that Chael Sonnen gets a check from the UFC? And he's paid to push UFC propaganda. I've been saying it forever. Basically since the inception of the channel, anytime I've been asked about it. So, Jon Jones fumbled the bag. That he did. What do you think about Brett Okamoto? He's a UFC lapdog. Since you started the channel, since I've been here, exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you backing me up. Vouching for me. Because it's the truth. It's the truth, my friends. So, Chael Sonnen, UFC lapdog, UFC shill, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to call it. He gets paid by the UFC. 150%. So, this is fucking hilarious. If he's getting paid to lose a debate to Ariel and then churn out 20 videos a day pondering in the chair. Basically. Lynch says Chael's not a paid shill of the UFC. You think he's getting UFC? Oh. I don't know what Lynch said. 100% Chael's getting a check cut by the UFC. Whether it's directly or indirectly. I'm telling you right now he's getting a check. The UFC is sliding him a check. 100%. I'm going to make a video about these one of these days. So, but the whole point of Chael is just to push whatever narrative Dana White wants. That's the whole point. So, I bet you if you could take a look at the UFC's books, I bet you 150% that somewhere along the lines they're cutting Chael a check. One way or another. John could have gotten out his contract next year. Now he's stuck with the newly highly restrictive contract. Brett Okamoto is state media for UFC. Yes, he is. Brett Okamoto is UFC propagandist. That's all he is. Basically glorified spokesperson. Chael is definitely a UFC shield. He's always in the UFC Q&As. I remember when he got pulled from the broadcast because he tested positive for like 8 different substances. I think John signed something like an 8-fight deal, something along those lines. Ariel too androgynous for MMA. I don't know what you mean. The UFC got Pat Miletich fired for his LFA FC job. Why did they do that? You're absolutely correct that Chael says nothing in his videos. He talks in riddles most of his videos, and his fans think they're smarter for watching. I've said this multiple times. About 4 to 5 years ago, Chael was actually pretty good. Chael was actually worth listening to on YouTube. And at some point, I guess he just prioritized, let me collect as much ad revenue as physically possible and push UFC propaganda. And that's essentially what he did. So it's just the path that he's gone down. It's the path that he's gone down. I forgot about the Chael Sonnen hotel incident. Yeah, I don't even know exactly what happened there. Chael assaulted 5 guys and got cheered for it. I don't know. What's the full story on that? Is there any link to the full story? I feel like it was super vague. Joey, the cackling, you'd know Dana had a gun to Chael's head before the camera during the Ariel interview and the way Chael was digging into himself into a hole. Oh, Chael embarrassed himself. But there's some people that are saying, oh, yeah, Chael really showed him. Chael was right. Chael knows what he's talking about. That's fucking delusional. Outright delusional. Why wouldn't have Jones re-signed? Well, I guess he didn't know at the time. But he was having negotiating issues with the UFC for the last 3 years. That's why he was sitting out. But had he got out of his contract, imagine what him and Ngannou could do over in PFL. Or just self-promote. Now, I don't know the logistics of all that, but you get my point. Brett don't want to get into that shit contract. Ali Abdelaziz said in an interview he was playing pool with Hunter Campbell at midnight. Dude's basically a UFC employee. 100%. 100%. Where did he say that at? Where did Ali say that? Remember Chael videos he recorded on his car, used to tell stories? Yeah, I remember him also with like the old microphone. So Chael was acquitted, so maybe nothing happened. Yeah, I don't know. If UFC was cutting you checks, wouldn't you be like Chael too? No, not unless it was like crazy money. It would have to be crazy money. But I guess maybe they're cutting Chael crazy money. But I don't even know, dude. I don't think I'd be able to sleep at night. Like if I had to pretend like I wasn't being a UFC show and I was being a UFC show, I couldn't sleep at night. They'd have to cut me like... I need like 30 grand a month to be a UFC show. I couldn't be a UFC show. I couldn't, because it would keep me awake at night. Not that I sleep anyway, but it would keep me awake at night. I wouldn't be able to do it. So, yeah, 25K per episode. Matter of fact, if they like 1 or 2 videos a month where I'm UFC shilling and they're paying me 25K, maybe I'll do that. But I'm gonna put a disclaimer in the video. This is a UFC sponsored video. Chael's the definition of slogan. You signed a contract. Literally exactly what he is. Chael sounded like my fat brother making up lies when I whoop his ass. Okay. Chael pimped 5 drunk dudes for verbally assaulting a chick. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into it. I'd never found out what actually happened. Khabib got paid $6 million in his last fight. That's the second most popular MMA fighter ever. Is getting peanuts while the UFC posted $600 million revenue. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Conor McGregor and some of the bigger UFC stars are the most underpaid fighters in the UFC. If Joey started chilling for the UFC, I think it was AI or he had been taken hostage. Yeah, to be that honest, like let's say the UFC hit me up and they said, "Look, you can do what you want, but don't criticize the UFC, and we'll give you let's come up with something reasonable. Let's say $8,000 a month." I wouldn't take that. That's just not enough. That's not enough to sell my dignity. As crazy as that sounds. Imagine UFC's really paying him per video. That's why he's pumping it. Yes. Now he's just collecting that ad revenue on top of it. I've said it before. I think Ariel's a rich poor guy. So, John Jones' biggest payday was like $3 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. $250 a year to shill? What are you saying, $250K? I bet Conor's inactivity after 205 was due to contract negotiations. Wouldn't shock me. I mean, he went and made a crazy amount of money against Floyd Mayweather that the UFC took a cut of. Joey, I'm so scared my wife may be pregnant. Well, you got to be more careful then. Best of luck, my friend. You gotta be a little bit more careful. I guess. 250K per year. I couldn't just non-stop shill for him. Like, there'd have to be a couple videos a month where I just shill for him. But nah. Nah. I just couldn't stomach it. I just couldn't do it, boys. I couldn't do it. Did you hear Chael say, did you see Chael when Chael was called out for lying? He said, look, I'm not lying. If my information is false, I'm not lying. I'm just wrong. Like, dude, talk about talking in circles. Talk about gish galloping. Chael Sonnen is a key gish galloper. That's all he did. That's all he did. And I was so happy to use that term in the video. That's what he did. He gish galloped the entire time. So, yeah. You got too much pride. That I do. Dude, Chael literally said for 25K he will do a requested topic. I'm going to set... Look, why don't we raise 25K and I'll pay Chael. I'm going to send Chael 25K. I wanted to make a video just going off about what an amazing decision Francis Ngannou made. So 8K a month is 96K a year. Yeah, that's all right. Without pointing out names, I can't stand people that believe you put out videos to appease a certain crowd. 8K Russian hate video. Message me in Discord, Andrew John. Message me in Discord, my friend. But yeah, the thing is, if you can't admit that exists, then you're living in a different world. Anyone that says that doesn't exist, you're living in a different world. People cry and whine that Dricus du Plessis isn't getting a title shot. Oh, meritocracy. Oh, he beat Robert Whittaker. I don't see him crying for Bilal Muhammad. I don't see him crying for Shavkat Rakhmonov. I don't see him crying for Merab Dvalishvili. I didn't see him crying when Dricus got stepped over for Sean Strickland. It's only when Khamzat Chimaev may jump over Dricus. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. This type of shit always exists, and it exists amongst all walks of life. But it is blatantly apparent. So, it is blatantly apparent. So, King James, where did you get that number? What are you talking about? Have you noticed people are turning on DDP because he might be gay? I have not seen that. I've not seen that. One second. I've not. Who said that? But they would immediately turn on him. If Dricus came out as gay, they would immediately turn on him. 100%. I'm telling you right now, all of a sudden they'd be saying, oh, he doesn't deserve a title shot. Dude, did anyone in the chat see the amount of money Ronda Rousey was making back when she was putting on shows in the UFC? They were paying her good. Her paycheck got released. It wasn't actually good. It wasn't. For the money that she was generating, it wasn't actually good. Don't tell that to DDP. Really? What a twist of fate that would be. I don't believe that that's true. Nuh-uh. Dude said he kissed another dude in the cage. Where, Motivational Joe, where is this at? Dagestani fighters do get preferential treatment. What do you mean by that? Because when they fight bums, they get... Look. The hypocrisy knows no bounds. When the Dagestani fighters fight bums, they're getting preferential treatment. When they fight highly skilled fighters and they get step up in the rankings, they're getting preferential treatment. So what do you think? What do you actually want from them? That's my question. When the Dagestanis fight bums, They're getting hand-fed opponents. They're getting hand-picked opponents. It's an easy win for them. It's an easy this. It's easy that. But then when they get a massive jump up in competition, they got to fight a top-ranked guy. It's like, oh, why are they getting to fight somebody in the rankings? No matter what. It's no matter what. No matter what. It's just not going to happen. There's no middle ground for these types of people. Check the end of the Brunson or Whitaker fight. Well, you got to tell me which one. But maybe that's his culture. I don't know. I personally don't care. But I'll tell you right now, everyone calling for the Dricus title shot, if he was actually gay, all of a sudden they're going to turn on him quick. Does Cameron Simon also kiss his coach? I think it's a really weird thing to do. They just do over in South Africa. Wouldn't shock me. Let's take a look. That's got to be fake, bro. That's got to be fake. Is that real, Fries? No fucking way. Is that real, bro? What you just sent me in Discord? Let's see. Let me look this up real quick. I'm not looking at chat real quick. I got to search something. What a turn of events that would be. I can't find that anywhere. I wonder if someone photoshopped that. Oh, you sent me the link. Okay. Let's see. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. They could be trolling. They could be trolling, though. Damn, the internet will find anything, huh? So. They're probably trolling, dude. I don't know, though. That is a little bit wild. The MMA community really about to turn on him quick. They're really about to turn on him quick. That's funny. That's wild. How come on his Instagram? The first comment is, I didn't realize he's gay. Him and Izzy have more in common than I'd like to believe. Strickland's about to have a field day with this. Someone said, why are you gay? Yeah, I don't think this is true. I think they're just trolling. They're probably laughing it up. They're probably laughing it up. He's got this picture with some woman, too, that the way they're sitting, you would think. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. They're definitely trolling. It looks like he might have a wife. Unless that's his sister. Which, why would his sister be sitting on his lap like that? That's even weirder than anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure someone will get to the bottom of it. If you know, you know. I don't know. Let me see something real quick. You know what, Andrew John? I knew exactly where you were going with that, and I just seen your message. I'll respond to it later. I knew exactly that's where you're going with it. Has to be trolling. Dricus does give off fruity vibes. I don't know, dude. People were calling for him to be cut on Twitter. Oh, the amount of hate that he's going to get. The amount of hate that he's going to get is going to be funny. The MMA community is going to turn on him so quick. And I actually don't think it's like funny in terms of, oh, he's going to get hate. It's just funny how quick the MMA community is like that. Boom. So, looks like he's having a fun. That's DDP's sister? All right. So now he's got his sister sitting on his lap. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. That must be his mother. That may be the funniest plot twist of 2023. That may be the funniest plot twist of 2023. Dude, all right, get well, boob. Get well. The fact that people are calling for him to be cut because he might be gay is insane. It doesn't shock me at all. It doesn't shock me at all. I'm done, Fries. I'm done. I'd root for Dricus more if he was gay. Ever seen the video of his coach? Make an investigative video like... Oh my goodness, yeah. Look, I don't care one way or another. What he does in his spare time, I don't care. But that'll be funny. I would if something actually concrete comes out, I'll make a video calling out the fan base on their hypocrisy of it. But yeah, his coach really was grabbing his dick and balls for sure. UFC started embracing fruit once Disney brought it. Okay, dude. I mean, Habib's white. Okay, dude, come on. Come on now. Joe, your laugh is contagious. Is it really? I think Congressman might be right up Dricus' alley. Oh, your laugh is so contagious, Joey. Oh my goodness. Your laugh is so contagious. Stop it. Oh man, Congressman's gonna try to meet me at a Creed concert and tickle me. New mythical fighter, gay du Plessis. Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness. That's why, you know what? That's why Dricus wanted to fight Adesanya so bad. He wanted Adesanya to do the same celebration he did to Paulo Costa. That's what he wanted. Look up the Sambai tribe. A lot of cultures do things that we would consider homosexual in Western culture. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if it's like a cultural thing. It wouldn't shock me if it's like some type of cultural thing. I don't know. I don't know at all. Also, he could just be straight up trolling, you know? But it doesn't shock me. I mean, the fact that they're like, everything else seems like it could be legit, but the fact that they're wearing like basically thongs in front of the Eiffel Tower taking pictures together, it tells me that that's probably a troll move, which I think is actually hilarious. Let's see. That's going to be the newest emoji, right? That's going to be that. We're just cut one. I'll just cut out Dricus and I'll make that the new emoji. That culture's gay. Dude said your laugh is contagious. I'm done. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you very much, Congressman. I appreciate it. I wouldn't kiss other men on the lips in the thong. It's true. It's just for jokes, all right? They I think right after this picture was taken, they brutally trained the north-south position. So, look, the thing is, look what Dricus is doing in these pictures, okay? I don't care if he's homosexual or not, but we don't know for sure. Afterwards, they could have just said no homo. You know, even if they kissed, maybe a little bit of tongue, maybe they trained the north-south position, but they might have said no homo afterwards. So, in that case, then it's perfectly fine. This reminds me of Shane Gillis' bit on Gay Vikings. I'm not familiar with it. Why does Izzy versus DDP remind me of Bruno's ending scene? I don't remember that. That is true. That is true, yeah. Yeah, they might have just done that. Damn, they for sure said no. Yeah, you can do anything. You can do anything as long as you say no homo afterwards. You're good. I remember this funny meme. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I remember someone said this. I seen a no homo meme forever ago. And it was fucking hilarious. I don't think I'll be able to find it. Let's see if I can find it. No, I don't think so. It's not coming up. I just searched it, but it's not coming up. So, oh well. We'll see the MMA fan base turn on him quicker than anything. Bro, you gotta chill. You're taking it too far in the chat. Taking it too far in the chat right now, boys. Look, there's only one way we'll know if Dricus du Plessis is actually gay, right? Not that I care if he's gay or not. But if he changes teams and changes coaches, and next thing you know, him and Ruzaboyev are training together, we know for sure. Bro, we gotta chill with that type of shit, Ivan. Come on. So his coach made sure his cup was intact. Who even brought this conversation up? Who even brought this conversation up to begin with? So he was wearing underwear and support South Africa in the Rugby World Cup final in Paris. I can't believe people even. Someone needs to ask him. Someone needs to ask him. But yeah, I don't care one way or another. I see like two articles. But I don't care. Joey, I think it's childish that you're even talking about another man's privacy. We're literally talking about his public Instagram post, Daniel Sanchez. Fuck off. So, all right, guys, this convo's too spicy. Stop, bro. Stop. You guys are actually taking it too far. I couldn't imagine the build-up between Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis now. People will be cheerleading. People will be cheerleading it. That type of behavior. If Sean Strickland starts throwing out homophobic slurs, people will cheerlead that. Daniel Sassy Sanchez. Daniel Sanchez is always crying in the chat. He's always crying in the chat. That's just what he does. That's his MO, okay? He just cries in the chat. But yeah. Who watched the Khamzat video and know that it's 100% true? Joey, it's very unprofessional. You had to bring up an Instagram post. You know what, Daniel Sanchez? You can go cry in timeout for a little bit. Cry in timeout. Casuals call it rugby. Yeah, Daniel, it's not that serious, bro. Motivational Joey's the one that brought it up. Yeah. Motivational Joey. What Khamzat video? The one I put out. Where I said, look, Khamzat's held to a double standard. They act like he's a garbage fighter because he was so overhyped and because he's from the Caucasus region of Russia. All of a sudden, he's supposed to be this godlike figure, and good wins over Kamaru Usman all of a sudden is somehow makes him a bum. It's delusional. And they cry about merit if Khamzat might get a little bit of an undeserved title shot. It's not that undeserved. Khamzat getting a title shot is the least undeserved title shot of the year. You watch all the videos, thank you. Most underrated fighter. Is Khamzat not the most underrated fighter on the roster? Or am I smoking crack? I believe he is. I believe he is the most underrated fighter on the roster. Khamzat gave a really good post-fight speech. People were expecting him to go crazy. I think he's a little bit checked out, to be honest. I think he's a little bit checked out. He might be after this last performance. Ariel's annoying. I don't like him. However, people dislike of Ariel overshadows Chael's hypocrisy and lies. They're using him as a target of hate and Chael to champion narratives because who cares? Basically, yeah. That's basically what's going on there. No matter what, they will take Chael's side over Ariel because they don't like Ariel. Cannonier deserves a title shot more than Dricus. I should have said that in my video. He should fight one more time to deserve a title shot. All right. Khamzat doesn't have good lungs. He nearly died from the flu, and he doesn't have a good camp in UAE. I don't know. I don't think his cardio is as bad as people make it out to be. I believe Usman is the most underrated because he barely lost all 3 of the last fights, and everyone's saying he's done. Yeah, that's why my takeaways, I said Usman's not done. He's in a different universe. He's still a champ. Off topic, but do you think Dustin Jacoby's underrated? Probably a little bit underrated, but he's not like amazing by any means. So I did really like Khamzat's post-fight interview. It was genuine. It seemed pretty good. I mean, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was pretty good. I remember thinking it was a good message. They edited that out, by the way. UFC, the champion of we're not going to clutch our pearls here. Darren Till was among the most overrated fighters. Jacoby's dollar store Alex P. When is Bilal Muhammad fighting? Not till 2024. He's waiting for his title shot, my friend. Hot take, I believe Jones will fight twice more. I'm not even sure he's going to fight once more. I'm not even confident he's going to fight once more, to be quite honest. I'm not even confident of that. Which is sad. Which is quite sad. Most underrated fighter in UFC history, Lyoto Machida. Dude, in his prime, I thought he was going to... I actually picked him to beat Jones back in the day. Who was saying Khamzat is a horrible fighter? Dude, he's been hyped up since he got here. Yeah, but now people are acting like he's a bum because he had a close fight with Usman. Alex Pereira is definitely overrated. That's like crazy. I actually think Yuri's probably going to run through him. Hot take, I think Bilal captures the belt next year. It wouldn't shock me. Will Shevchenko make a comeback? Yeah, they're going to book the trilogy. They are going to book the trilogy. Must stop Bilal post-fight speech. Yeah, probably. They'll cut that one out for sure. Jones will fight his wife and then call it a career. Yeah, sure. Did Khamzat start saying that all Muslims need... I don't know exactly what he said. I don't speak whatever he was speaking at the end there. Who would you rather see Francis box next? Deontay Wilder. I'm not like super familiar. I'm not super familiar with all the different boxers, but I'd say Deontay Wilder. That's what I would go with. Snag Lord, thank you for the 1 month of membership. Appreciate you. 1 month down. Jiri, I think Jiri might run through Pereira, to be honest. I'm probably picking Jiri. I'm not sure yet. I worry about the shoulder injury. But I think he could definitely possibly run through him. I think he could. Why does it seem like UFC has given up on their promotion? I don't know. Maybe just because there hasn't been a event this past week. I don't know. Breaking news, Power Slap doing phenomenal numbers in South Sudan. I'm sure it is. His coach tested his cardio in bed after... Okay. You really think Jiri will win? Yes. Where's the membership button? I don't see it. It should be in the description. There should be a link in the description. There should be a link in the description, my friend. If you don't see it, let me know. I can share a link. I can share a link if you want to become a member and support the channel. I'll share a link right now for you. My friend. Invite. Here, if anyone wants to become a member. If anyone wants to become a member. There's the link, boys. I swear if they announce they're going to China and they don't promote nor give it a good event. Yeah, they don't have a main event yet, right? And that's next month. It's next month. I could see Jiri versus Alex being one of those fights where everyone expects an early finish, but it ends up being a 5-round war. We'll see. It'll be interesting for sure. That's a banger of a fight. I could see Jiri, and then December 2nd, the Austin one. That fight's right around the corner, and they just announced it. They just announced it. I still have my doubts they're even going to China. Force Sobro to gift more memberships. Stop. Don't get him started on that. 7 of 8 Izzy losses are from guys Alex beat. Okay. Joey, I support the channel and watch all the videos, but when I give my opinion in chat, you get emotional and punish me. You were just saying wild shit, dude. I didn't punish you. Calm down. You enjoyed that punishment. You enjoyed being punished. Stop, dude. I still have my doubts they're even going to China. It wouldn't shock me if it never happens. Even though they announced it, it wouldn't shock me if it doesn't happen. It wouldn't shock me. King James is taking it too far. He wasted all his money. Yeah, I saw him. He's not even a member anymore himself. Sobro's not even a member anymore himself. Did King James just say that? Yes, he did for whatever reason. Daniel Sanchez said, I support, not watch, but you don't like my opinions. You don't like my opinions. What am I supposed to do, bro? What am I supposed to do? Dude's always crying about something. We've already been live for an hour. I'll be damned. I'll be a son of a bitch and a half. What's up, Joey? Okay. I'm done. First name, last name. Thank you for the $1.99. Shevchenko always underestimates opponents. I don't know if she did the last one. I don't know if she underestimated Grasso in the second fight. I think she won that fight, honestly. But thank you for the $1.99. Thank you for the $1.99. Will Adams taking it too far. Will Adams taking it too far. Dude said, Daddy, I'm done. Will Adams, thank you for the 6 months of membership. Love you, Joey, with a kissy face. Yeah, Daniel's always trolling. Thoughts on Almeida? I think he's a grappling specialist who should take down and finish Derek Lewis. I would be shocked if that fight gets out of the first round. Either Jalton's going to get KO'd or Jalton's going to finish Derek Lewis with ease. One or the other. One or the other. So, at least Joey didn't roast your mom. That is true. That is true. Guys, do me a favor. Run up the likes on the stream and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I don't know how many times I got to tell you. There's probably people in here watching right now who think they're subscribed, but they're not. So, it's such a shame how much Dana's waterboy Chael is. He's a very talented entertainer. Dude, Chael's brain dead. He'll do anything for a buck. That's the truth. He'll do anything for a buck. That is the God honest truth. Y'all need to stop being like the rest of the community. Who cares that Daniel Sanchez goes north-south with DDP? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't care if Daniel Sanchez wants to train north-south with DDP. Doesn't affect me none. Doesn't affect me none. I think it'd be hilarious if that's true. But I think it's pure trolling. But DDP doesn't seem like the type of guy. How would Gane do against Sergey? I know he'd school in Francis on the feet, but Francis did have a torn ACL. I think Gane would actually beat Sergey, to be honest. I think Gane would beat Sergey, unfortunately, which is crazy. But Sergey, it's like he's going to have to land that big shot. Gane's so hard to hit. Oh, now Daniel Sanchez is complaining I'm soft. He doesn't like that I'm soft. He'd rather me be hard. All right, Daniel. How would Gane... Okay, read that. I'm liked and I am subscribed. Thank you. The only person who gets finished when they fight is Alex. I don't see Jiri just getting clipped. Dude, also, Alex's power is overrated. People act like he has this touch of death. He doesn't. He doesn't. You know, Alex Pereira, what he put out? Sean Strickland, that's it? In the UFC? With his hands? I mean, Jan was eating shots. And you know, he TKO'd Adesanya. But that's it. It's not like he fly and need Michailidis, but that's not his hands. So, who do you want Makayev to fight next? I don't know. Let me take a look. I already had an answer for this before, but I don't know. If Kopp and Kai Kara France ain't fighting, then one of them. So, Gon lost to Francis Ngannou and John Jones, and that's it. I know. Should Ortega be cut? Yes. Tai caught Gon. I feel like Pavlovich can finish him for sure. He definitely can. Fraj, you never sent me your Brazil picks. Christian Rodriguez shot down 2 prospects. That he did. While he missed weight, too. While he missed weight, my friend. Which is just craziness. Straight up craziness. I've been saying this. Oh, Alex death touch is non-existent. Jan ate all his shots. It took him 5 rounds of hard shots to finish Izzy. Clip Sean, but man, I don't see it. His power's overrated. We'll see, though. We'll see against Jiri. Because Yuri's a savage. Yuri's an absolute savage. He'll take one to land one, and I think Yuri's got the better chin. I'm so tired of Ortega still being ranked in the top 5. What a delusion that is. I'm excited for next week's pay-per-view. I just have a feeling Pav KOs Aspinall. Unfortunately, on the bright side, we got Aspinall gone at the O2. The thing is, Pavlovich is going to win and then sit out for a year and a half until he becomes undisputed champion. Then he's going to have to fight a contender that they make in the meantime. Prediction for UFC 300 will be, I honestly want a legacy card with 5 title fights, but knowing UFC, they'll probably put McGregor on the card. They're not going to do 5 title fights. My prediction is potentially Sean Strickland versus Khamzat Chimaev. But it's hard to say just yet. It's hard to say. They could do Islam versus Colby if Colby wins the welterweight title. Jalen Turner losing to Hooker's a tough loss. Yeah, that is. Who remembers? You know what's funny? Dan Hooker makes all these accusations. Does anybody remember when someone made fun of Dan Hooker's last name and he got all offended? That's when I first didn't like Dan Hooker. He was crying, how dare you make fun of my last name? That's my kid's last name. Does anybody remember that? Dude, your last name's Hooker. Shut the fuck up. There's no reason for Ortega to be ranked in the top 5. Yeah, it's delusional. Alex Pereira's activity is wild. 268, Fight Night, 276, 281, 287, 291, 295. Agreed. I love the activity of Alex Pereira. Bellator 301 card is much better than Bellator 300, and they promote it Bellator 300. I don't know. I have to take a look at the card. I'll have to take a look at the card, my friend. Do you think Jalton has a chance versus Pav? Yes, 100%. I don't know what Pavlovich's grappling looks like. We haven't seen it tested since his UFC debut. Volk's mental health admissions seem to low-key diss his wife and kids, kind of. Bro, 94% picking Ismail Bonfin is crazy. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Hooker been acting like a sore loser ever since Islam humiliated him. I wish someone else remembered the last name debacle where he was crying someone made fun of his last name. I don't remember who it was. Let me take a look. 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 Okay. It wasn't Jalen Turner. It wasn't Claudio Puelles. It wasn't Arnold Allen. It wasn't Islam. It wasn't Nasrat. It wasn't Michael Chandler. It wasn't Dustin Poirier. It was either like Paul Felder, Al Iaquinta, James Vick. Let's search Dan Hooker made fun of last name. Here it is. I found it. Paul Felder went too far by insulting my family name. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. It's Paul Felder. I know it. I knew it was one of those names. I literally said it's Paul Felder, Iaquinta, or James Vick, and I was pretty sure it was Paul Felder. Dude got upset. Paul Felder made a comment that, oh, Dan Hooker's last name is Hooker, you know. But dude's out here throwing out false accusations. I fucking love Toporia's fight style. I'm not sure how far it'll go, but I don't want to see Volk lose again. Yeah, I like Toporia's fight style as well. I've liked Topuria since he entered the UFC. Damn Hooker's such a... Yeah, let's start up making fun of Dan Hooker for his last name. Dude's last name is Hooker, like a prostitute. His last name is the same as a prostitute. Dan Prostitute. Let's call him. Look, new nickname. Even though this is not, I'm not even saying this is funny. I'm being sarcastic here. Let's start calling him Dan Prostitute. His new name is Dan Prostitute. He got his last name from his mother. Ultimate Feelings Championship. Yeah, for now on, we refer to Dan Hooker as Dan Prostitute. That's what we do. I can't believe Dan Hooker called Islam a boring fighter during an interview in Australia. Islam literally ripped your arm off. Was there a new interview people keep telling me to look at? Joey, how dare you mock Hooker's last name? He should put his life on the line for your entertainment. Yeah. As much as Hooker's a joke nowadays, still can't believe he KO'd Burns. Hooker's got a nasty step-in knee. I think that's what he hurt him with, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Hooker's gotten a lot of hate for the IV allegation, but didn't Ali Abdelaziz accidentally admit? No, Ali Abdelaziz just reiterated the actual rule. Dan fucks kangaroos Hooker. That he does. Dude's last name be sanitized to be named Dan Bodyworker. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, there's a new interview post-Volk 2 fight. He says Abu Dhabi judges rig fights for Islam and his team. I'll have to look into that. Multiple people said, please make a video on this. Dan did an interview with Sky Sport New Zealand. I used to clip some of my recent video. It's embarrassing. You should watch. And he embarrassed himself. I might maybe make a video on it myself. People have been telling me that for like a couple days now. Even Hooker admitted that he didn't beat Burns at 100%. He said after that, he beat a deflated Gilbert Burns considering the weight cut. Joe, my pick percentage went up to 63. My pick percentage is in the toilet right now, boys. It hurts. It hurts. For the overall year, I'm at 62%. Yes, Sky Sports New Zealand. I'll have to check it out. Cut Dan Prostitute. We calling him Dan Prostitute from now on. We're calling him Dan Prostitute. Nothing else. Nothing else. Dan's oldest profession known to man. Dan Hooker's just protecting his family like a man, Joe. Why do you gotta be so sensitive? You're the one crying about me laughing about someone's last name. And you're calling me sensitive. Tommy, you're a bitch, okay? Burns can't take a jab to save his life. That is true. Like, if I was going to square up with Burns in the streets, I'm definitely just throwing jabs. That's the only thing I'm throwing. Play UFC EA game? Absolutely not. EA Sports is absolute garbage. Ian Gary versus Vicente Luque prediction. Ian Gary, easy win. Ian Gary's going to end Vicente Luque's career probably. Tony Ferguson has one win out of everyone in the top 10 of lightweights. Sad to see. That is sad to see. What's up with Jonathan Martinez finishing people with leg kicks? Cub Swanson was one. He has nasty leg kicks. That's it. That's the deal. That's the deal. What more do you need to know? What more do you need to know? Fill me in. Fill me in. Pause. What's next for Poirier? I feel like it might be Conor McGregor, to be honest. But maybe it'll be the winner of Dan Hooker versus Bobby Green. It's hard to say. Tito, in a recent interview with Jamie Lee Peterson, said he'll beat John. Okay. I don't even care. So, rip ass in the direction of Gilbert Burns' chin. He's going to sleep. That's for sure. That's for sure. Both Khabib and Silva retired in an empty arena. That is sad. That is sad. Your last video about the Ariel-Chael argument was outstanding. The comments about Dana asking Lene, repeat the question, was spot on. Lene? Because what they're doing is, let me tell you what they're doing. I didn't break it down in the video because I assume people understood. What they're doing is stalling for time to think of an answer, think of a comeback, because they're caught red-handed. That's what they're doing. Lene? Huh? What? Lene? Thank you for watching JLust37. I appreciate. I'm glad you. I probably worked on that video for 4 or 5 hours, maybe even more. So I appreciate everyone that watched that. That was some serious time in. Buying time for response media training 101. Johan Liness versus Sam Patterson was booked. Can't get that scary KO Patterson suffered out of my head. It was filthy. So, Ariel was on UFC's payroll, and people act like this isn't a thing. Same thing with the UFC pressers and the predetermined questions. Yeah, I've talked about Ariel being on the payroll early on this stream. So, can you believe Tony Ferguson has 2 more wins than Conor McGregor since 2016? No. I cannot believe that. But I do, because Conor McGregor literally has 1 win against the washed up body. The washed up body of Cowboy Cerrone. That's the way it goes. The Patterson stoppage was the worst I've seen. Yeah, I forgot what the name of the guy he was fighting. That like short, stocky guy. I forgot the name of who he was fighting. Tony's just entering his prime. Yeah, Tony's going to go on a winning streak. Tony's going to go on this winning streak now. He's going to get a title shot. McGregor versus Canelo in 2025. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. I pranked Chael once. I told him via DMs he was blank's favorite fighter. He posted a video about being favorite fighter, and he took it down after he got backlash. Okay. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Neil Magny is looking for a fight. Did you see what I tweeted out? I gotta give respect. Andy's the one that gave me that idea. Did you see what I tweeted out? Neil Magny is going to be the next to fight out his UFC contract. Let me post that in Discord. Everyone go check that out right now. I'm posting it in the random tab. That's annoying. It doesn't embed anymore. So, what should the mouthy fool at the desk fight next? Yeah, who knows? Maybe Paul Felder's coming back to fight Conor McGregor. My girl Veronica Hardy fighting December 2nd. We can't wait for that one. Joe, what's the motive behind the mini bobblehead fighters in the background? Just interesting. Well, I just figured your mom's my bobblehead underneath the desk. I figured might as well have some bobbleheads in the background as well. I thought you already saw that, Andy. You gave me the inspiration for that tweet. You gave me the inspiration. Neil Magny ready to fight out his contract. Oh, that's funny. That's fucking funny. Neil Magny ready to fight out his contract. That's the way it goes, I guess. Paul Felder probably fights the winner of Tony and Patty. Maybe. Who is the dumbest fighter in history, according to you, Joe? Probably Tito Ortiz. I feel like Ariel does sometimes take a subtle jab at the UFC, and he does want to settle the score. It is what it is. That doesn't change the fact that what he's saying recently is absolutely correct. You didn't have to go there, Joey. It's funny, though, dude. Come on now. Is that not funny? For those of you who want to see what we're talking about, it's the most recent thing I tweeted. So here, I'll post it in the chat if you want to see it. Here you go. It's been a year. Technically, Michael Chandler should be removed from the rankings. Yeah, remove Michael Chandler from the rankings. Conor has only 2 fights left on his contract, so I believe he'll leave the UFC. He may end up leaving the UFC himself. You're right. Because I don't know when he signed a new contract, but, you know, sunset clause, I don't know if it applies to Conor or not. Lewis or Almeida this weekend. I have a full card breakdown. I'm going Almeida by sub. Dude, I don't buy into that whole X bullshit. Who cares? I don't care about that bullshit. So. I'm done. I just saw Tate's finally coming back. Nobody gives a fuck. She's on the prelims on a fight night card. Yeah, who cares about Miesha Tate? Who gives a shit about Miesha Tate? Joe, you watching one this weekend? I don't know. What time is it? It all depends what time it is. I got a bunch of shit to do tomorrow. So, I may or may not. Maybe I'm becoming a casual. I used to do a lot more events. But it's I feel like I'm making so many videos now. I don't know. My head's spinning. My head's spinning now. You know? But that's the way it is. So. Main card, 10 p.m. Eastern. I may or may not stream it. I don't know. One is 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Okay, now it's either 10 or 8 p.m. You see the Israeli fighter, right? Habib? Yes, I did. Disturbing. Absolutely disturbing. And weird and bizarre. Disc golf tomorrow? Maybe. But I don't know if I'm going to even have time for that. But I want to. I desperately want to. Because it's supposed to be pretty nice tomorrow. And next week it's going to get darker sooner. Misha's getting slaughtered too. I hope she does. Starts at 8, but main card starts at 10. All right, I may or may not check it out. I don't know. I want to get started on my predictions. Basically, the channel's killing me. All right? I'm always stressed out about the next video. And I don't like leaving things incomplete. So it's like once I start something, I just want to finish it. Pause. Pause. But, yeah. On the bright side, we were creeping up on 300,000 views last month in October on the channel, which is pretty damn good. How has not a single person mentioned the thumbnail, by the way? How has a single person not mentioned the thumbnail of the stream? That's what I would like to know. Do you like ground kicks to opponents? Yes. Helwani versus Schmo, who wins? I don't care. How come Linton Vassell chickened out? I don't know what happened with him. I hate daylight savings time. I agree. BKFC 5-1 card is 51 card is fire. I don't care about BKFC. We appreciate the hard work, Joey. Don't go unnoticed. Every video is creative and high quality. Topics are always top notch. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, Benji, for the utmost compliments of another grown man. Nice little cat. Nice little cat. You like it? Ariel was critical earlier of the Saudis moving to combat sports, but now he says he's in favor of the new rules. He didn't say he's in favor of them, dude. Your thumbnail for the Khamzat video was insane, and it didn't even do good, dude. The thumbnail didn't help. It had a horrible click-through rate. But I like that thumbnail too, dude. I worked hard on that thumbnail, and it didn't even do shit. I worked hard on that thumbnail. Added a little extra glow to it. Learned some new tricks. And that's it. But thank you for noticing. I'll try to do a little bit. I'm trying to switch it up. Did you change the title of the Khamzat video? Yeah, I changed it up. I always come up with a couple titles, and like depending on how it does after like a couple hours, I might change it and see if it does. A couple times I've struck gold. Because I already have, when I do a video, I have like 3 or 4 titles in mind. It all depends on how many characters it is. I actually changed the Chael Sonnen video like 3 times. Not because I came up with a title, I released it, and then I came up with a better title with less characters. You applied the glow to the Francis video too, I noticed. Did you like that thumbnail? It looked pretty sweet, I thought. I'll just try to mix that in here and there. I'm not going to overdo it. But only when I have extra time I can do that, because I'm still learning. I need to take a Photoshop class and learn more. So, are you still quitting YouTube in 2024? December 31st, 2023, I'm hanging it up. And I'm done. The channel's done. Maybe I'll pop back in occasionally, but the channel's done December 31st, 2021. So we got 2 months left, and then I'm gone. 12.6K subs now. Yep. Thank you. But I'm glad Will Adams noticed the thumbnail. How many subs do you gain each week on average? It comes and goes. Right now, I think it's about 200. Right now. But there's been times where it's like 100. There's been times where it's 50. Yep, Francis with the right hook. Can you have multiple thumbnails on YouTube that they swap regularly? Apparently that's coming, where the YouTube will test it out and decide which thumbnail is the best. But right now, no. But what I'll do is if a video is performing okay but not great, I'll swap out a thumbnail and title if I have another one, and then I'll see if it changes anything. And then if it doesn't change anything, I'll just go with what I think is best. Yeah, and doing a Photoshop class would probably be fun. Yeah, I bet you I'm doing things half-ass. I remember when I first tried Photoshop, it was crazy hard. What? Why leaving? I'm happy I found you last week. You found me 8 weeks short. I'm just kidding, guys. I like how everyone's upset. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not leaving. Did you see the translation of Khamzat's post-fight speech where he walked back the message of peace? I did not. That's why I said. Dude say crazy hard. Yeah. Why heavyweight? What heavyweight has a legit shot at dethroning Jones? I don't really see one right now. I've signed an exclusive deal with Rumble. I'm leaving. I signed an exclusive deal with Rumble. There's a chance I just disappear. Joey, I'm not going to lie. I used to be an MMA guru fan. I was sort of like the alt crowd. But now I see how important it is to have professional people like you in MMA to pull us out of the dark ages of brawling. I'm not sure what the brawling part means, but I'm happy that you like the channel, my friend. Thank you very much. I'm glad that I could pull you out of the brawling dark ages. So, I'm trying to decipher that right now, but I can't really fully decipher it. But nonetheless, you like the channel. And yeah, I consider this channel different than a lot of MMA channels. Not that I watch a lot of MMA channels, but yeah. I was listening to some Higher by Creed when working out today. Had to hit the chorus while doing the deadlifts. Yeah. Rangers won the World Series with it. Here at the UFC, we have the best fighters in the world, and they can go box anytime they want. Just don't have to do that here. Yeah. Husband's going to take care of him. I mean, like, old age of just, like, bar brawling and trashy culture. Trashy culture. Okay. So. Oh, my God, Fries. What the fuck? I stopped watching all their channels. They were biased. You were exposing them. Thank you. Which Top Gun movie was better? I like the most recent one. Did you see where the hockey player... Dude, shut up. Hockey player did not fake his death. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. As you pose as an MMA fighter. I'm back, Joe. I was just grappling with my dog. Ever wrestle with your Cane Corso? Not really. Not really. Dude said, I found your channel last week and I don't watch any other channels. John Mundy saying, look, you're bringing us back from the trashy culture. Hey, man, look, there's too many people just constantly attacking each other for clout online. It's an embarrassment. It's an outright embarrassment. And it is trashy. And I know exactly what you mean. Because that's basically internet culture now. What is Alex talking about? Joey's about to go into witness protection. Yeah, I am. I'm going into witness protection. Joey, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years Dana sells Power Slap out of nowhere and tries to hide it. No, what he'll do is he'll say he signed the biggest deal ever. It was one of the biggest deals he could have ever signed. That's what he'll do. That is what he'll do. He'll say, this is the biggest, this is more than I made selling the UFC. So, follow any other sports besides MMA, just kind of casually, but not really. Just kind of casually, but not really. So. Damn. Will you sell your channel to me after we're done so we can keep the same crew? What are you going to do, live streams on the channel? We're going to do live streams on the channel. Whoever donates the most by the time I close down the channel, that's who I'm selling it to. I'm just gonna let them inherit it. Imagine if I made a video and said I'm done. I'm done. That'd be crazy. That'd be outright crazy. Joey, thoughts on fighter pay? I think people take it to the extreme and say fighters are crazy underpaid, but that's just not the case. I think they're definitely underpaid. It all depends what you're talking about, but some people do take it to the extreme, but they're definitely underpaid. They're definitely 100% underpaid. Conor McGregor is the most underpaid. The Ariel-Chael video was fire. You saw it first. Joey, just out of nowhere, make a video calling it quits and you never upload again. I'm done with YouTube. Crying thumbnail. Just me crying thumbnail. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I can't do it anymore. I gotta hide in the shadows. I'm tired of the public life. So seriously about closing your channel? No, not right now. Maybe one day. I don't know. I gotta at least get to 100K first before I close it down. There's this one guy I subscribed to, and I was just looking it up. He did rise and fall videos, and he stopped making the videos because they stopped getting the views, and so he made a rise and fall video of himself. So it's crazy. He was posting for like 2-3 years. It looks like he was posting for 3 years, and he closed down. He has 327 subscribers. And his last video was the rise and fall of him. And he talked about how he was closing down his channel. So, every channel has a USP. What's a USP or other different thing? I think Straight Talk and Grew for Straight Talk and tongue-in-cheek commentary. Others also offer something different. Okay. Have you ever genuinely considered quitting YouTube? No. No. You ever watch MMA? Yeah, I've watched MMA. I like MMA. He did a great Francis Ngannou video a while back. And that's when I was really put on. That's when I was really put on. But he does a good job of these like long form videos. Where he does, I think he writes a script for him and does a really good job of them. I don't watch all his videos, but I see stuff here and there and it's pretty good. Would you sell your channel? No, probably not. Yeah, he made a recent Francis Ngannou video. I haven't watched it yet. So, Joey is YouTube. Joey doesn't rely on YouTube for money, but he works like he does. That is true. Joe, do you think Dana seriously regrets the whole Francis Ngannou situation? Probably. He probably wishes he would have let Francis go box. He could have took a cut of Francis's paycheck. And then when Francis came back, there would have been more hype than ever. Imagine how big a Francis Ngannou John Jones fight would be now. It'd be humongous. An old Pokemon YouTuber did something similar. That's crazy. Imagine the day I hit 100K. The day I hit 100K. I just disappear. Just never to post again. I wonder if I stopped posting for a week if you guys would start getting worried. Joey, have you ever heard of Killers of Flower Moon? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's a good performance by Leonardo DiCaprio. Movie was super long, though. Unique selling proposition. Okay. Okay. One day you're going to... Dude, don't even say that, Fries. That's terrifying. That is actually terrifying. Don't even say that. Now I'm going to know it if I do it. Joey's going to ignore all his... Once I hit 100K, I'm just going to stop streaming. And just rely on ad revenue and post like 2 videos a week. Joe, what style do you think is the future of MMA, striking, or grappling? I think both of them combined. Well-roundedness. Well-roundedness is the future of MMA. That will be the case. I can't believe it's damn near 12:30. It's past 12:30. It's almost fitting how we how Dana ended up with Jones and not Ngannou. Misery loves company. That's true. I bet you John Jones is a little bit annoyed. Bro's going to turn into a UFC shill at 100K. Is it worth watching? I'll go tomorrow, but I want to watch Dumb Money. I'll go. What do you mean I want to watch Dumb Money? What does that mean? I enjoyed it, but because it's based on a true story, it can be kind of annoying. You don't get the satisfaction that you would like from like a traditional written movie. But I liked it. The thing that sucks is like, especially as you get older and there's like limited time to do stuff, it just sucks that it was 3 hours. What is Dumb Money? I've never even heard of that. It's a drama comedy. Never heard of it. Let me see what's playing tomorrow. Let me see. Let me take a look. Oh no, I forgot to plug up my phone. My phone's about to die. My phone's on 4%. Boom. Okay, let's go. Let's see. What's in Dolby? Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard that movie was garbage. I'm not going to see that. Somebody told me that movie was straight up garbage. Let's see what's playing. I want to see if that movie. Oppenheimer's playing. Yeah, Dumb Money's not even playing at my theater. Everybody in this chat, message for you. We got to be thankful we get to interact with Joey when he's smaller channel. Bigger channels don't even read the chat unless it's a donation. That's wild. Yeah, I'm going to forget about all you guys when I hit 100K, just so you know. I'm just going to stop reading the chat. I'm only going to read members that have a $20 a month membership. Downfall of Dana, Bud Light, and Francis. Maybe. FNAF for kids who played the game. What does that even... I don't even know what that means. Can the UFC fill events until the day we all die? Yes. Ariel just has members chat. Yeah, technically that's MMA fighting that does that. I saw that. Hey, that's a great way to make revenue. It's a great way to make... That's a sick way to make revenue. I mean, seriously, what an absolute sick way to get people to sign up for membership. What a sick way. What a sick way to get people to sign up for membership. Joe, won't forget me and that beating I gave him in the streets of Baltimore. Yeah, sure, Alex. Imagine paying for MMA farting. Yeah, imagine having a membership at MMA farting, but not a $3 MMA Joey membership. Come on now. What kind of joke is that? That's crazy. Imagine I just did this every time. Imagine not being able to talk. Imagine just 95 people signed up for memberships right now. Yeah, I couldn't imagine not being able to talk right now. Joe, do you think Dana has a lot of bad relationships with people in general? Yes, 100%. Motherfuckers are probably leaving right now. No, they're like, change it back. Change it back. Change it back. Look, if anyone wants to become... That's funny. That's funny. Joey, I'm still... Yeah, if anybody wants to become a member, here you go. There you go. I'm going to do member streams eventually. But that's next year. That's next year, boys. I'd like to do like a member stream now just to test it out. And allow you guys like to come in and talk if you've been a member for a while. Member since about 7K subs. I just saw a meme of Sergey Dominic Reyes. I think Reyes would literally die. That's crazy. Appreciate you for being a member, Axel. How come it says one month members though? So how you been a member since 7K? Joe, you never do member streams? Member streams is not a benefit. The real question is, how are the viewers going up right now as I'm doing member stream? They're like, damn, this must be something important. Members chat only? It must be something important going on here. MMA Fighting doesn't even read the chat, so what's the point? Maybe I missed a month. Yeah, maybe. I've been a member. Yeah, we have like 5, maybe 10 of original members. We got to do this more often. People are just seething right now. Hold on, let me do something real quick. I put the reactions on. If you guys need me to turn off membership chat only, just hit the confetti. Hit the confetti right now. I checked out MMA Farting's live and saw members only, and I saw hella people Titan. I'm like, these motherfucking losers. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. If they're not even reading it, what's the point? Dude's just smashing the confetti. Dude's just smashing the confetti. All right, let me fix it for you boys. Let me fix it for you boys. Boom. You guys are free. You guys are free. Be free in the chat. Be free. I already removed my like. Finally, I can breathe. Let me talk. The floodgates are open. Joe, if you didn't read chat, I probably wouldn't be a supporter. You're not a supporter now, Jack. You're not a supporter now, Jack. You show up for one-off streams and you pretend like you're a supporter. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't know what you're saying, Axel. Put it on 1-year subscription. Bro covered our mouse and said zip it. Exactly. Are mods actual members too, or leeching off the wrench power? What do you mean? If they have a badge next to their name outside of the wrench, that means they're a member. Put it on 6 months. Jack, let the power of the wrench change him. Yeah, Jack pretends like he supports me, but he doesn't even show up. He doesn't even show up for the streams, and he acts like he's a supporter. Joey, let's not have a Tim Elliott and his wife situation. Stop. Dude said I'm heading over to the holes. I'm heading over to watch the holes. Put it on 5. I don't know. I hate just messing with it over and over and over again. We've already done that. Maybe we'll do that in like a year. We'll do that in like a year. Would that be pretty funny? Shout out to Nina Jarvis. She's giving some entertainment content with the whole new approach for fighter interviews. Sweet. I'm glad you enjoy it. I see MMA fighting members talking to each other half the time. They're just having random conversations. Do they have mods for that or no? Do they have mods for that or no? Yeah, do it in a year. I'll have my year membership on April. Snagler, I bet you be looking up for Playboy like Jerry MMA. That he probably does. MMA Joe was never my friend. That is true. Stitch Duran was never my friend. Every once in a while, I rewatch the Motivational Joey MMA Holes episode. If they do mods, never talk. I got shadow banned on 2 accounts. Yeah, maybe they have mods that don't talk. I wonder why. Has it always been members, or did they just do members in the last while? Because I bet you because the chat's gotten. The people say weird shit in the chat, so they probably were like, let's cut down on it by making it members, and we can generate more revenue. What's next for Anshul Jubilee? Probably training while at a dog pound. Dude said, Motivational Joey, are you a member? Supposedly on another account. They changed it when people started spamming Pat Barry stuff. Fair enough. I figured there was probably some weird shit going on there. I figured there was some weird shit going on there. And that's probably why it happened. I have my membership on my alt. I remember being able to type till that happened. Yeah, I would never type in it anyway. I've never typed in a chat ever outside of since I had my YouTube channel. I don't even think I left a YouTube comment. I never typed in a chat, anything. Before I started my YouTube channel. Joey, how has Constantly Growing been doing? He's doing good, as far as I know. He's here once in a while. He's still a member. But he's just been busy. Do you like any of the MMA fighting guys? I don't really know that many of them. I wouldn't say I dislike all of them, but I don't really know them all. I mean, Mike Heck seems alright. He seems like a good guy. I just watched your video and Chael is a dummy making UFC look like fools. Yeah, Francis made the UFC look like fools for sure. Joey the motivational speaker. That I am. That I am. Should we cut Rose? 100% cut Rose. But yeah, I'm a hell of a motivational speaker. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right fucking now. Joey, if Dana called you right now to cut a fight or Cody Brundage, Dana White versus Francis and slap, Dana would win. Yeah, he would practice on his wife beforehand. He would practice on his wife beforehand. That's what he would do. Day one or one day? What do you mean? I don't know. What you mean? But yeah, Dana White, you know how he gets in a club in Mexico at 53 and he just starts smacking away. He just starts smacking away. Joey, the Rangers won? I know. Dude said Cody Brundage in a heartbeat? Yeah. Joey, your cuts videos are hilarious. Thank you, Joseph. I'm pretty sure you've told me that 100 times, but you can keep complimenting me. If anybody else wishes to bestow any compliments on me, let me know in the chat. Could you motivate me without bothering my mother? No, I could not. Cut Trayshawn Gore for losing to Brundage. Do you know I said that in the video? Or did you just happen to say that? Because you know I said that in a recent video, right? I said cut Cody Brundage and cut Trayshawn Gore while we're at it for losing to Cody Brundage. Joey, your laugh is contagious. Stop, Congressman. I like how this chat is just... We've went through so many topics. Joey, you're a fucking legend. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Is my laughter really contagious? Is that what you're saying, Congressman? Is that what you're saying? You're skimping on the water, bro. You usually knock out like 2 or 3 a stream. I know. I know. I drank like 2 bottles of water before I got on stream. Because look, I came prepared. Look, I drank 1. I got 2 raring to go. I got 2 raring to go. So... Now, I heard you say that in the cuts video. Okay. Joey, I love your channel. Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any other compliments? Any other compliments? Anybody else? Lene? Lene? Remember when some idiot in James' Discord said Brundage would knock out Chinny Malkoon? I did not see that. Joey, if your name wasn't MMA Joe, what kind of random chat name would you have? Probably just Joey. So, the haircut's looking fresh. The suit looked fresh. I didn't see the shoes, but I'm sure they were phenomenal. Joe, I kid you not, I've never laughed harder at any YouTuber in my life. I don't know whether to believe that or not, but I hope you're telling the truth. Guru is one of the dude in MMA community that I can't stand. How long does he think he can last with his anti-aerial stick? His fan base is going to grow up and grow tired of that. Dude, I have no idea. There's a lot of people that hate Ariel Helwani just because he's one of the biggest names in MMA for sure. Would you rather get slapped by Dana White or face lawsuit by Logan Paul fiance? I'll take the lawsuit. Why do you think there's rumor that Francis is potentially boxing on December 23rd, the original date? It may happen. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the rumors of that. Anyone else think Joey looked handsome with the longer hair back in the day? I look handsome no matter what. I got so many random clips and pictures of streams. It's wild. So you got so many pictures of me on your phone. That's really disturbing, actually, Fries. I'm going to have to send you on a cruise. As a member, as a long-time member, I might have to send you on a cruise. Exactly why Jamal started a fake beef with Ariel. That is true. I might have to send you on a cruise, Fries. Did you ever go to a UFC event? Yes. Yes, Dricus will be there. Dricus will be there, I'm sure. Is pretty smart and knows the sport. I can't hate. I'm not hating. Will PFL get any benefit out of the Ngannou deal? Yes. If he fights in MMA, he will be a big name there. It doesn't matter who he fights. Doesn't matter who he fights. 20 years ago, Joey had a mullet, wore leather jackets, and rode Harleys. That is true. Joe, would you rather get a ticket to UFC 300 or Creed concert? Creed concert. Easy. So, which event did you go to? UFC 244. I still got the picture when you got your Marlon Vera autograph. Pretty slick, pretty slick. I remember those Dana White cruise edits with his luscious V. Yeah, I'm sending Fries 2 tickets to a cruise. I'm sending him 2 tickets to a cruise for him and his dad. For him and his dad, 2 tickets to a cruise. Which is pretty damn funny if you ask me. But yeah, Dana White in the hot tub showing off his luscious V with another grown man. Super Bowl or NBA Finals? Super Bowl. I have a shrine to Joey. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope everyone has a shrine to me in their house. Otherwise, they're not a real supporter. Like, if you don't have an active shrine, then I don't know. Who started the luscious V joke? I don't know. Someone told me about the hot tub pick, and then I think I said luscious V. But I can't say for sure. My channel is a shrine. That is true. That is true. So, and still, MMA YouTube champion MMA Joe. Blaze One Sports. Thank you for the $2 dono. Thank you for the from one grown man to another. Blaze One Sports. I appreciate you being a long-term member. I mean, and then to be a long-term member, giving me money monthly, and then on top of that, as one grown man sent another grown man anonymously money online. Thank you very much for your $2 donation. I really greatly appreciate it, Blaze One Sports. Blaze One Sports is like definitely top 5 subscriber, probably even top 3. I'm gonna be honest. He's definitely top 3 sub. So thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. I appreciate you very much, Blaze. I hope you never turn on me, Blaze. You've been around for a long time. I hope you never turn on me. I hope one day you don't just say, you know what, I'm sick of this channel. I don't like this guy anymore. Jack is literally not even top 15. I'm thinking about taking away his wrench. A sticky shrine. There's so many inside jokes. Oh, look at that luscious V. I low-key like Poatan leaning into a stone face gimmick. Okay. Favorite 2023 fight? Islam versus Volkanovski 1. Joe, we got to have a barbecue one day? No. Not with you, Jack. I will buy you MMA, Joey. What? I'm not Dan Hooker's last name, bro. Okay? Don't be Fight Science. Yeah, he disappeared. He didn't like the repercussions of his actions, so he disappeared. I think he still watches, but he just hides in the shadows. He messaged me online apologizing to me, just so you guys know. Fight Science, yeah, he messaged me online and said he was sorry for the way he acted. But he wasn't going to show up in chat anymore because he didn't want to embarrass himself. The least favorite title fight? Probably Cejudo versus Aljo. Did you see they gave Dennis Bondar a fight in January? I did not see that. Joe, I don't think Tory fuck with us no more. He's probably taking a break, dude. I don't know. I think he's still a member, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe he didn't like one of my opinions. But I think he is still a member. I don't know. It's hard to look. I don't know where it would be at in this list. It would be a while ago he became a member. But he could have changed his name on here. So it's hard to know for sure. I don't see it, but I don't. There's quite a few names to look through. There's quite a few names to look through, boys. Kentucky Derby or Indy 500? I'll say Indy 500. Celtics or Bucks? Don't care. Joe was at Anderson Silva's barbecue. He shouted out more money than all of us combined. That is true. Is Flat Earth Casual still a member? I don't know. It's hard to look through all the names. I mean, not that there's a crazy amount, but there's a decent amount. What are you doing if you see they announce Ilya Max for Interim 297? I'll hate it. What happened, Ginge? I have no idea. People come and go, man. They like channels for a little bit, and then they're like, move on to the next channel. Who would you say is your #1 supporter? I don't know, dude. It's definitely not you, Tennessee Titans. It's definitely not you. First donator? Yep, that is true. Maybe that's you. Was a real OG? Yeah, I consider Joey an uncle. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, if you were here for the first ever dono, that's pretty crazy. That was a while ago. 2.5 years ago now. If Volk fights in January, you have to take Ilya to knock him out, probably. Your pound for pound list, Number 1 is Islam Makhachev. Number 2 is John Jones. Thanks. Motivational Joey just gave us more insight. That he did. He's been around for a bit. Joe, you have so much potential to blow up on YouTube. Just need the right videos. Look, I don't need to blow up. Just keep grinding, dude. Just keep grinding and slowly creeping up the ladder. I'm riding Gamrot now. We're the most talked about MMA YouTube channel under 20K. All right. And I'll be damned if I don't keep trucking along, because guess what? I don't give a fuck. Is Motivational Joey the guy who always changes his name? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no fucking clue. $296 pay-per-view of the year. Hard to say until we actually see it. Hard to say until we actually see it. I'm debating about going. I kind of wanted to record a video before I went to bed. Now it's already 1 o'clock and I am tired. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may record a video. I may not. I haven't decided yet. Dana's probably trying to find a good script to respond to the media. Yeah, that's why he already has Ariel doing his bidding. Joe, my friends was about to fade in the bathroom, so we locked the door and at first started banging on the door, but they didn't even know we was fitting a fight in there. Why are you typing like that, Jack? I'd be pissed if I had to take a shit and dudes are fighting in there. Imagine Motivational Joe's fight life. The day this chat has thousands of people, I will be without commenting through the members mode. Okay. Okay. Dana is done. Dana's kind of checked out anyway. What time does 295 start? I believe 6 p.m. Eastern for the prelims. 10 p.m. for the main card. 8 p.m. for the ESPN prelims. Oh, no. I got to make my graphics if I want to use my timer. No. That sucks. When was Fight Science last seen? The day he got told off. Who's favorite in the Leon Colby fight? Should be Leon. Jack talking like Lil Wayne, yeah. That's for sure. Damn, I gotta make those graphics. I hate my fucking life. It's 1 a.m. too, and tomorrow's Friday, and I don't want to make it on Saturday. Maybe I'll make half of them tonight, the other half another night. Listen, boys, I need you to do me a favor. Run up everybody like this stream. Everyone scroll down, click the thumbs up button. And then I just need one more small favor from you boys. One more small favor from you boys. I need you to go watch my Chael Sonnen video. Chael Sonnen Ariel Helwani video. Absolutely wrecked it. So it's a great video. We just gonna forget what Blaze said the other night? I don't remember what he even said, to be honest. So yeah, Jack. Yeah. You use Old Timer for non-pay-per-views? I probably should. Thought it was your best video. Loved it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was a good video. I'm still saying they planned this for views. Wouldn't shock me at all. Yeah, but if you guys could please go check out that video. Like that video. Help boost it in the algorithm. It's got over 5,000 views, so it's doing decent. But it could always do better, my friends. It could always do better, my friends. I appreciate you guys for joining me. We went 2 hours tonight. Joey, it's a great video. The problem is we all know Chael's delusional, so most people won't bother watching a video breaking down a crazy guy. Oh, that's what Blake said, not Blaze. You said Blaze. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Good night, goodbye. Go watch the link in the chat. Go click on the link in the chat. Good night, goodbye. I'll talk to you guys later.